Hi everybody, my name is Karen Lohoff, and for those of you that visit my blog Karen, Kar-en.com, this is probably, I've lost track, I'm guessing 6 or 7 in a series. And also today I'm going to put this particular blog or video on my AnnaKaren.com site. So I am not sure if I'm trying to keep your head straight or my head straight, but hopefully it'll help both of us. Anyway, if you've been following my posts on Karen.com, you're aware that I often put out an invitation for a morning mindset call. It's called Think and Grow Rich Call, and it's by Paul Hutchings because there are more than one. And I listen in on this call for my time at 6 a.m. It's a 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time call, Monday through Friday. And it has meant the world to me. It's just meant a lot of difference to me in my life. Not that the material was necessarily new to me. Many of us know already about Think and Grow Rich, and I don't think as many people know about the science of getting rich, but I'm sure some of you do. And Psycho-Cybernetics, we do part of that book as well. We have those 3 books on the Think and Grow Rich call, and I'm now through Think and Grow Rich for 3 times, so this must be my 3rd time with the science of getting rich. And so what I did with some of the other blogs was to go through the major definite purpose, self-confidence formula, some of the other things that I find beneficial to me in putting those together from Napoleon Hill. But today I wanted to do something else. I've tried 5 videos, and I think something's going on with YouTube because it's not processing some of my videos, and it didn't process Mike Hobbs, our trainer, within 3 hours either. So that's why I'm saying that I think it might have something to do with YouTube. But I also tend to think when I can't get something to work after several tries, that maybe that's not what I'm supposed to be doing right then. So what I have changed to is I found a blog post by Steve Pavlina. Now Steve is somebody very meaningful to me. He'll probably never hear of me or know anything about me, but he's been on the web for quite a long time, and he shares so deeply that actually much of his material he has made, I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's when you can use his material, put it on your blog post, put it on your blog, and you know, have yourself a blog in a hurry when you know that you need to get one up, but you just don't have the time or you can't think of one to do. And I had done that with my Karen.com with 3 of his frustration blogs many months ago, and I forget now what the topic was for another one, but I found today a post of his, How to Discover Your Life Purpose, in about 20 minutes. By the way, if you want to go to his post, and I recommend that you do, because I'm just taking portions out of it. He's always got incredible stuff. Like I said, he shares so deeply. His name again is Stevepavlina, Pavlina, and his site is www.stevepavlina.com, and you'll need to, look for the how to discover your life purpose in about 20 minutes. But the reason that I wanted to put this together is there should not be anything that needs to keep you stopped your progression stopped. When you're working online, you're striving to understand what you need to do to be successful and to provide for your family and provide for your needs and whatever that might be. I think that it's a shame, and I did this for a long time, so I know what of I speak. But when you you learn that you need something, and you think, well, I don't know what that is. I don't have that, or whatever, and it stops you. There's no point in your life purpose stopping you. So I thought I'd share this with you. I'm just sharing a portion of it. He's got lots more material there. And if, by the way, you are a nihilist and you don't believe in anything, he even talks to you and tells you how you do have a life purpose, even so, and you can prove it to yourself if you're game for that. So here we go. How do you discover your real purpose in life? The very reason you exist. If you want to discover your true purpose in life, you must first empty your mind of all the false purposes you've been taught, including the idea that you have no purpose at all. So how to discover your purpose in life? Well, there's many ways to do it. Some of them are fairly involved, but this is one of the simplest anyone can do. The more open you are to the process, and the more you expect it to work, the faster it'll work for you. But not being open to it and having doubts about it, or thinking it's an entirely idiotic and meaningless waste of time, won't prevent you from it working, as long as you stick with it. It'll just take longer. But here's what you do. You take out a blank sheet of paper, or open up a word processor where you can type, which is his preference, because it's faster. Right at the top, what is my true purpose in life? 3, write an answer, any answer that pops into your head. It doesn't have to be a complete sentence. A short phrase is fine. Last step, repeat step 3 until you write the answer that makes you cry. This is your purpose. I read that last sentence with dismay for myself, because lots of things make me cry. Because I cry a lot. I've always been a crier. But this is a fantastic process, in my mind, not a process to be limited to this exercise. It's a process that you can use anytime. You need to empty your mind of things that are not serving you well, that are not taking you forward, and find what will take you forward. It usually takes about 15 to 20 minutes to clear your head of all the clutter and the social conditioning about what you think your life's purpose is. The false answers will come from your mind and your memories. But when the true answer finally arrives, it will feel like it's coming to you from a different source entirely. Now I need all of you who are watching this. Don't cry, don't cry. Pass that through to me. Thank you. Okay. Now, for those of you who are entrenched in low awareness living, it'll take a lot longer to get all the false answers out, possibly more than an hour. But if you persist, after 100 or 200 or maybe 500 answers, you'll be struck by the answer that causes you to surge with emotion, the answer that breaks you. If you've never done this, it may very well sound silly to you, so let it seem silly. Do it anyway. As you go through this process, some of your answers will be very similar. You may even relist previous answers. Then you might head off on a new tangent and generate 10 to 20 more answers along some other theme. And that's fine. You can list whatever answer pops into your head as long as you just keep writing. At some point, during the process, usually 50 to 100 answers, you may want to quit. You just can't see it converging. You may feel the urge to get up and make an excuse to do something else. That's normal. Push past this resistance and keep writing. The feeling of resistance will eventually pass. You may also discover a few answers that seem to give you a mini surge of emotion, but they don't quite make you cry. They're just a bit off. Highlight those answers as you go so that you can come back to them to generate new permutations. Each reflects a piece of your purpose, but individually, it's important to do this alone and with no interruptions. He talks about when he did the exercise, at what numbers of answers things happened, came to him, he wanted to stop, whatever, that kind of thing. And then he says the bulk of it fell into place and was refined through steps 100 and 106. He felt the feeling of resistance, wanting to get up and do something else, and so forth, around steps 55 to 60. At 80, he took a 2-minute break to close his eyes, relax, clear his mind, and focus on the intention for the answer to come to him. This was helpful as the answers he received after this break began to have greater clarity. And then he's such an incredible man. He shares what was his final answer: to live consciously and courageously, to resonate with love and compassion, to awaken the great spirits within others, and to leave this world in peace. If you get to know him and you come to be aware of more of his posts, you will find that that's exactly what he lives. He says, when you find your own unique answer to the question of why you're here, you will feel it resonate with you deeply. The words will seem to have a special energy to you, and you will feel that energy whenever you read them. Discovering the purpose is the easy part. The hard part is keeping it with you on a daily basis and working on yourself to the point where you become that purpose. If you're inclined to ask why this little purpose works, just put that question aside until after you've successfully completed it. Once you've done that, you probably already have your own answer to why it works. Generally, if you ask 10 or so people why it works for them, you'll get that many different answers. It's a very individual process. It contains its own reflection of your truth. Give it a shot. At the very least, you'll learn one of your two things, your purpose in life, or that you should unsubscribe from his blog, and probably mine as well. I would like to share with you the purpose that I found for me, and it was a surprise, and it was not anything that I anticipated, and it certainly wasn't the first thing I thought of, and it wasn't the 10th thing I thought of, and it was the 20th thing that I came up with. In fact, I just really realized, probably within the last week, and I've been repeating my major definite purpose, my definite chief aim, and my self-confidence formula for some time now. But as I put together what my purpose and aim are, I realize that what resonates with me is to be a masterminder, to be a demonstrator and an example of masterminding, to be an entrepreneurial example to my loved ones, particularly my sons and their children, and the deep, deep, deep one, the strange, strange, strange one, the unsuspected one. I want to be a shower. You know, when somebody comes up to you and says, I ain't doing anything till you show me. What about all these other people? What about all these other leaders? What about all these uh, examples? No, you and I are related. If you can do it, I can do it. If you can do it, I can believe it can be done. Then I can do it. And I just think about all the people in my age range who really have not had many years with the computer, who've not had many attempts at doing various things with the computer, and really will not likely take on trying to bring in the extra money that would benefit them so much, unless someone can show them enough so that they have something that begins to bring in money. That's what I mean by being a showman. Thanks, bye.